Okay, so this is part 4 of the Type Tools series of videos for that assignment. All right, this particular one is for layer styles and styles. Okay, so for this one, we are going to be using, as the document says, the layer style panel, which we've already used once at the beginning of this assignment. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is, again, it's my standard page, my standard canvas page, 8.5 by 11 inches, 200 pixels per inch, okay? And for this one, I am going to use, I'm going to go ahead and follow the friggin' directions. I'm going to go ahead and do Arial bold 60 point, okay? All right. So I am going to, it says to type in your first name, last name, or any 6-word letter. All right, I am going to type Texas in all caps again. All right. All right, and for this one, I am going to do layer styles, okay? So we're going to apply various layer styles to this, all right? So you want to do any 10 of your choice, okay? So we're going to do layer, layer style, click on blending options, and you have a whole bunch of them on here, all right? So I'm just going to do them in order. Here's bevel and emboss, all right? And this is, we've done this one already, but this one will also allow you to, you know, play around with some different options, okay? Actually, that doesn't really matter if there's nothing to blend into. So, all right. So you can play with the opacity, the fill opacity. You can do like a knockout. All right. You can blend. Let's see. You can try a couple of different options on the sliders here to sort of see what they do. All right. And we'll hit OK. All right. Again, I can do a copy of this, so I can hit down my command key and I can click on that, and I can do a command J to make a copy of it. All right, I can hold down my command key and drag it down. Now, of course, it's got the effects that have already been on there, but you know, if we go layer, layer style, and I go with my blending options, this time I can shut off my bevel and emboss so that my text returns to what it was before. And now I can do something like, let's say, add a stroke to it, all right? So a stroke is basically a border on the outside of the text. Now, since my text is kind of already the red from, you know, what we did before, I'm going to change my stroke color to a black so that it has a nice contrast to it, all right? And as you can see, I can add to my stroke size to make it a little bit thicker, and I can position the stroke inside, I can position the stroke outside, all right? And I can, you know, add a little bit of an opacity to it, all right? And I can hit OK, and there I've got my stroke, all right? I can also do, for instance, a nice internal stroke, all right? So let me go ahead and, again, I'm going to select that layer. I'm going to make a duplicate of it, all right? I'm going to drag it down, all right? I'm going to open up my type layer, my layer, layer style. Again, I'm doing my blending options. All right, and this time I'm going to click my stroke, and I'm going to change my stroke to an inside stroke. All right, and I am going to give it a little bit of an opacity, give it a little bit of a size there. All right. Let's see here. I am going to hit OK. This time I'm going to make my letters a little bit thicker. All right, let's make this a 72 point so we can maybe see a little bit better. All right, okay. So I can do something like that. All right, and so that one's good. All right, now I'm going to Command J that. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to drag it down. Again, I'm going to do a layer. I'm going to do a layer style. I'm going to do my blending options. And this time, instead of a stroke, I am going to do an inner shadow. All right. So the inner shadow is actually, as you can see, all right, it literally sort of, it's a little bit like what we did, if you remember, with the, what was it, Chapter 7 assignment, I want to say. the one where we did the cover of that magazine called Digital. I think it was chapter 6, the first part where we did the word digital. Was it the first part? No. The first part was where we did the picture, so it would be chapter 7, where we did the word digital and we dropped that circuit board behind the title. So that's a little bit about what we're doing here. Okay. So let's see. There's my shadow. Let me see. I want to drop that shadow a little bit more. I want to make that shadow a little bit darker. So I'm going to turn off that layer effect. All right, and there we go. All right. We're going to do a deep knockout. All right. Let's see. Let me put the multiply back on. All right. There we go. All right. Okay. Something like that. Okay. So that one's okay. All right. And we can just keep going. All right. As you can see on the page, you can keep going down the list. Inner glow, satin, color overlay, stroke gradient overlay, pattern overlay, drop shadow, bevel and emboss, texture pillow. All right. And then on the right, there's a whole bunch more stuff you can do. Play with styles, play with different versions of the styles, combine some of the styles if you like. There's all kinds of fun things you can do. You just got to do 10 of them for this page. Okay. So that's it. So this is another short and quick video. So now we're gonna, once you're done with this, we can move on to the final video. All right. So we'll see you.